What is up? This is your LA in a minute, and I'm here in downtown LA on Ducommun Street. So I gotta tell you the story of Charles Ducommun, a man who started what is now the oldest business in California in 1849. But here's the thing. He started a watch repair shop here in downtown Los Angeles, and Ducommun today is a multinational aerospace engineering company. What? Let's get into it. Charles Ducommun arrived in Los Angeles when he was 29 years old. Originally from France, he moved to Switzerland where he was placed into an apprenticeship with a family of watchmakers. By the 1840s, he immigrated to New York, but gradually worked his way west, living in Alabama and Arkansas before hearing about the gold rush in California. Like so many other so-called 49ers, he dreamt of riches and made the grueling 9-month trip to California in the same overland party as future California Governor John Downey. But the trip for Ducommun was almost fatal, as he barely evaded starvation and also had smallpox that ended up blinding one eye. When Ducommun arrived in Los Angeles, it was a Wild West town that was really a gateway for the mining boom in Northern California. But Ducommun chose to stay in LA, and he opened a watch repair shop right here on what is now the corner of Main and Aliso. And that watch repair shop prospered as the population grew, and he eventually got into hardware and general goods and made some serious money. So much money, in fact, that by 1871, he helped found the Bank of Los Angeles, which became Farmers and Merchants Bank, the first bank in LA. Each subsequent economic boom in the 19th century added to Ducommun's riches. By the 1890s, his 4 sons joined him in the business, and he'd expanded into metals, which was a key move for the company. Unfortunately, in 1896, Ducommun passed away, and he did leave the business to those 4 sons, led by Charles Albert, and they incorporated the business in 1907 as the Ducommun Hardware Company and committed to being a large-scale metals distributor. That's when the company took off. They moved to a larger space near the railroad and significantly expanded their metals business, feeding copper, brass, and steel to the emerging defense industry during World War I. By World War II, Ducommun had its hands in oil, agriculture, and even movies, supplying building materials for theaters as well as metal parts for movie cameras. Most importantly, Ducommun continued to grow their relationship with the aviation industry, and they contributed stainless and carbon steel for the production of military aircraft for World War II. Shortly thereafter, Ducommun became a public company and the largest distributor of metal materials in the entire Pacific region. By the late 1970s, the last of the Ducommun descendants left management, though there are still shareholders, but it was indeed the oldest company in the state. And in 2017, after 168 years in Los Angeles, they moved corporate headquarters down to Orange County. So Ducommun today is a multinational aerospace engineering company, but it started before LA was a city, before California was a state, right here in downtown Los Angeles as a watch repair shop. And that's the oldest business in California. All right.